What's up, Lego builders? Welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios, and today we are going to be taking a look at a modified 501st Republic fighter tank. A lot of you guys probably know this by now, but I love to modify Lego Star Wars sets. I've done a modified Republic attack shuttle with 41st Elite Core colors. I've done a modified 501st ATTE as well as a modified gunship. I love doing mods because I love making custom vehicles and improving on vehicles, and I don't really have the time or the skill yet to build my own custom vehicles. So for now, doing mods is kind of how I satisfy that desire. This version of the Republic fighter tank that I modified, was a pretty common set. A lot of people have it, I think, and the pieces I used were pretty easy to find, nothing super rare. So a lot of you guys should be able to do this modification yourself if you decide to do so. But enough talk, let's go take a look at the build. This 501st Republic fighter tank is a modified version of the Lego Star Wars 2017 Republic fighter tank. I did 3 main modifications to it, and the first was the paint job. Second was a cannon upgrade, and the third was an armor upgrade. Let's start out with the paint job, and I brought in an original version of the fighter tank to kind of show you guys what I did. I basically replaced all of the dark red with blue because when you're doing a 501st vehicle, it's very important to make sure your blue is just an accent color or a complementary color, not the base color. This is a problem I see a lot with 501st vehicles. There's way too much blue on it, and I liked the ratio of the original tank with the dark red and white. I felt like neither color was really dominating the other, so I decided just to replace it. Although in the front, I did replace these white wedge pieces with blue ones. Next up are the cannons. I felt like it was very important for a tank to have very fearsome looking cannons, and the original cannons are kind of pathetic, if I'm being honest. They're very skinny and just overall do not look like the guns of a tank. And so what I did for the 501st version was I took these tall cylinder pieces, I don't really know what they're called, and then some of these smaller black cans, as well as a black long peg. I don't know the official names for any of those pieces, but you guys know what I'm talking about. We've all seen these pieces, and basically connected them together and created much thicker, beefier looking cannons that pack a much harder punch. And last but not least, there is an armor upgrade as well, and it's up here in the hatch area. The original version did not come with any of these plates, and so when you close the hatch, there are massive holes in the back. You can see right down into the cockpit and along the sides and in the front as well. And this was just a big no-no for me. I felt like it exposed the driver to gas, flame, other kinds of dangerous things, shrapnel that could potentially harm him. So I put 2 1x3 plates and 1 1x2 plate to create a much snugger fit, and it still closes very easily. You do have to kind of click it in place a little bit, but as you guys can see, there is 0 gappage going on, which allows for greater protection for your driver. That's pretty much everything I did to modify this tank. There were a few other smaller things, but those were mostly on the underside and not super important. I must say it turned out really good. It complements my 501st ATRT very nicely and looks really good along the side of these 501st troops. So I'm really excited to put this tank in a mock in the future with my 501st boys. That wraps up this video. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to know about this tank, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I would love to know what you guys think, if there's anything you'd change or if there's anything you don't like. If you guys like this video, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing so you won't miss out on sweet content like this. But until next time, happy building.